I can make sure this is working before we
go
through this for a whole hour.
Here we are. Almost up, and there we are.
We're up?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the second annual Prankster.com.
What's up, Travis?
What up?
Tell me who you brought tonight.
I got a new manager.
Very nice.
This is my new manager over here. This is Christy.
Hello.
Hey, Christy, what's going on?
Christy, speaking to the mic. Bring the mic closer if you can. Just tilt it up a little bit.
All that prep, and this is where we landed on the microphone location.
Oh, I guess it must have slowly creeped down when we weren't looking.
Alrighty, here we go.
So yeah, she's my new manager. My old manager, Peter, that you met last week or last time.
Yeah.
We fired him.
We literally fired him. I lit him on fire.
Wow, I love it. She goes, we fired him.
Yeah.
She already's got it.
I fired him.
Yeah, that was her first order of business, was to fire Peter. Oh, whoa.
We've got a rogue mic.
So we, and Leslie's here too, but she's off camera. She didn't want to talk tonight.
Leslie's teching, mic technician.
She's here too. You'll hear her every once in a while, but she didn't want to be on camera tonight. So we brought Christy on because after our first podcast, you had a bunch of notes for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had lots of questions.
Yeah, lots of questions. I love it.
Yeah.
Fire away.
Yeah, fire away.
Well, maybe it would help if, like, for people who maybe missed last week, you guys did like a quick little recap of what you talked about to remind them, not me.
Wait, and then you're gonna ask questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think you talked only about like two major things for a really long time, right?
We talked about a lot of things. You just weren't listening.
What were the two major things that you thought we talked about?
Like two different shows or something, right?
I mean, we did some Spy TV, Motel Surgery talk.
Yep.
We didn't really get too deep into scare tactics, did we?
I don't think so.
Talk about Trigger Happy.
I don't know if I can recap the last time because that was a while ago, and
I was
talk about Trigger Happy.
Okay, is there a question that you have for me?
No, I just want to get into content because I want to know what the notes are.
Oh, well,
but you told Travis to start, right?
Yeah.
Or was that already a note to recap the first episode?
That was it. I guess, yes. We're hitting two birds with one stone here. So right now it'd be great if Travis started, and then also a note for the future. Maybe someone could always start.
What do you mean start? Start what?
It's like a little recap of what you.
Oh, so you actually want us to have a format? Is what you're saying? Like we
Just
actually
like
have like
slightly.
little segments that we know we're
Well,
getting.
It's
to?
not a bad idea.
Can we get? We need a
here's what I know
whiteboard that we
about
can
so
write down
far.
on.
There's supposed to be, or there will be like different people each time, but then maybe
Right.
occasionally someone is so fascinating that they come back 2 weeks in a row. And in that case, if you're joining in for the first time on the second episode, it'd be great to have just like a little recap of like, who is this person? What did you talk about last time?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're bringing in a new person to ask questions about that, everybody has a little context.
Wow, she has a good.
She's got
That's
it.
why she's my manager. She knows what she's talking about.
I love it.
Yeah. I have to make up for Peter last week.
Well,
Peter didn't
Didn't
say
contribute
anything.
much.
Peter had no input.
recap it, Travis. You're what? You're the original prankster
Oh,
on the
God.
block,
Yeah,
right?
I don't-
You started out on BuzzKill,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's pretty much where I got my start, BuzzKill, yeah. I mean, a little bit before that, but then, yeah, BuzzKill was my first major breakthrough of this industry.
Then you went on to Spy TV.
Well, I did Fox. I did some undercover work for America's, what am I saying? The criminal show, America's Most Wanted. Been so long. I did some undercover hidden camera stuff where I bought heroin downtown and followed these kids around for this drug special. And then I also did some sting operation stuff with the same America's Most Wanted group. Then probably was Spy TV, I think. And then after Spy TV, where did I go? Where did we go? Did we go to Scare Tactics right after that?
Yep.
Pretty much. Oh, and Oblivious. I directed Oblivious, the hidden camera game show with Regan Burns. And I got fired off that after six or so episodes. They fired me. And and then like later on he wanted me to get hired back, and I was like, sorry dude, I'm doing Scare Tactics, because we had done the pilot and it got picked up. What else?
Should I interrupt with questions?
Go ahead,
How many
please.
times have you been fired? Most people don't talk about getting fired in general, but I
Oh.
think it's kind of casual. I don't know.
Because in
What's
this
the
business,
situation?
you can get fired pretty easily, and it doesn't mean you necessarily sucked at your job or anything. There's many different reasons to get fired or laid off, or like a show can maybe be doing terrible and they need to shut down production before they figure out what the hell they're doing, which that happened to me on the David Hasselhoff show, which wasn't hidden camera at all, but I came in as a writer on that, and it was such a feathered fish, is what I call it, when like it doesn't know what it is, that they had to shut down production, and then I had to get let go for that. But I don't know, let's see, I've been fired probably, I mean, there's 3 that I know of right off the top of my head, but maybe more.
Oh, that's not that many.
No, not a lot. I don't get fired all the time or nothing, but I've never quit a job, I don't think.
Never?
No.
Wow.
There was when I was just in Hawaii this past week, this girl was quitting. I was like, "You're quitting on a Hawaii job? That's crazy."
Oh my god.
It was such a shit show in the beginning for them. They just couldn't get their shit together, and she just couldn't take it, so she quit. And that was like a challenge producer job. Like, how hard is that? You're gonna swim across the lake and put together a puzzle.
Wow.
Yeah. Am I ripping on her? Sorry. I didn't name any names. But, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like the original prankster.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, back to me.
And we talked about what, scare tactics a little bit,
We talked about scare tactics, spy TV.
because you were a writer, a director, and an actor in all of those, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I usually am. I usually play a couple different roles in the show.
I think
I
that's
did that show that was a rip-off of Scare Tactics recently for ABC Family called Freak Out. Me and Dave Storrs were both writers and actors on that.
Yep.
And old men, because it was all young cast. We're the old guys.
I
And
think
Trigger Happy, though. You didn't talk about Trigger Happy at all last time.
No, probably didn't really talk too much about it.
You mentioned it.
Yeah.
And that's like how I found. That's how like I think after I saw you on Scare,
Uh-huh.
I remember I think Trigger Happy was on at the same time, and I'm like, oh my god, look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that guy.
At one point, I was
Kinda.
actually doing both shows at the same time. I remember like going to Vegas and on a Trigger Happy shoot, and then like when the crew left, I stayed in Vegas and did a Scare Tactics shoot like the next day or whatever. And then it used to air like very close to each other. I was actually in Texas once, and this guy like totally recognized me, which doesn't happen that often because I've always changed my look to not be recognizable. And this guy came in and totally recognized me right away, and I was like, "How do you know me?" He's like, "Dude, you're on like channel 37, and then when that ends, you turn the channel to channel 38, and you're on again for another half hour." So for a while in Texas, I was like an hour block or whatever. Yeah, Trigger Happy was fun. It's a great format because if you do it right, for me, I think it needs to be done with one camera and needs to be timed out, where it's told like a joke, you know, like why did chicken cross the road to get to the other side? It's like there's no other shit going on. You set it up and you punch it, and that's what I liked about Trigger Happy is some of the bits would only be like 15 seconds long, but if you didn't like that joke, another one's coming, you know. You just keep it going, keep it fresh.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing
like
that.
Somebody like the guy. Well, I don't know because there's the UK version and then there's the American
Yeah.
version, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw both of them all the time, but like the guy from the UK always had that big phone.
Yeah, Dom Jolly. Yeah, he's gone on to do a couple other shows that are like a similar format to that, and I think he wants to do Trigger Happy again. Actually,
Oh, wow. Is he like the creator?
yeah, he created that. He created it for some show on BBC or Channel 4 or something like that, and then he had his own show for a few seasons. Then he sold it to Comedy Central, and that's how I got on it. 'Cause they wanted to put American cast on it or some shit.
What is the format? Are we assuming this is like for super fans, the podcast?
What
Just out of curiosity.
are we
Super
assuming?
fans. I love
Well,
it. We already
I
have
don't know.
super fans. I love it.
No, I mean like genre super fans
Ah.
as far as, hidden camera goes.
I think
'Cause, like,
whoever's listening may have an interest in hidden camera and may just think that Damon is just so exciting and talks so much.
I do a lot of talking, don't I?
So
I love it. I ask questions. I sit here and listen. It's
Sit
perfect.
there and watch me
That's
talk.
the best part.
I'm sitting there sweating.
Just
over
gotta
here.
ask the right question, you know.
Well, no, I just mean like, I don't want to interrupt and ask you a question that doesn't benefit the audience, but like it would benefit me to
Just
know
ask a question. Ask away.
what is trigger happy? Like,
Oh.
what is the format?
Oh, yeah.
What is, what's an example of
Right.
like a bit that you would
Trigger,
have done?
yeah. Trigger Happy was a rapid fire hidden camera show that the bits would be like anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds long at the most, and
So,
they were
like, what's
very.
one
Sometimes
bit?
they're just super visual. Like, I don't know. One of the bits I did on the show was like, I quit my job in front of a bunch of Japanese tourists, like down by like the waterfront and with the Statue of Liberty in the background or whatever, and.
Mhm.
I just did this scene where I slowly was like on the phone with my boss and, telling him that I've had it, and I'm telling him where he can go shove his fiscal 2003 year or something like that. And then I start taking off I'm wearing a suit and tie the whole time.
Mhm.
And so I'm like quitting my job and whatever, and then all of a sudden I just start undressing the whole time while I'm quitting my job because I'm not going to wear the suit anymore, and
Mhm.
I'm just going to get like a blue collar job. So I strip down to my boxers and take the suit and I throw it in the Hudson River or whatever.
Meanwhile, like a crowd is collecting.
Yeah,
like,
just a bunch of people are
just,
like
what's
watching.
going on with this
Yeah,
guy?
it's just a lot of performance art basically. It's like guerrilla performance, street theater. Like there would. It
And
wasn't
you
there-
love that show.
Yeah.
Like you love that show.
It was. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff.
Well, didn't you say the other day, like if you had to do another show, that would be the show you wanted to do?
Well, that format, yeah, I would do that format.
Where
again.
I guess it's just all you doing funny stuff.
it's just close-ups of my
people who
face.
don't
It's
know
just
that
like
you're
right
not
here,
real.
just shots of me, and it says Travis,
Yeah.
Travis, Travis. No,
It's just all shots of you.
no, but I know somebody who would like to do that show.
Not
No,
to be
no, I would like to do it with a cast or whatnot, but like just do that format again. I mean, I did do it again with Off the Rockers when I directed and wrote that. That was the same. That was a rip-off of Trigger
Yeah.
Happy. That show actually, the guy who created Off the Rockers, when Trigger Happy sort of licensed around the world, this guy in Belgium did the Trigger Happy version or the Belgian version. He produced it, and he ended up taking that format and doing it with old people. And then next thing you know, he sells it over here. And that was not an easy show to do. That one I don't want to do. The format I love, but like working with those actors was hard. Very tough. Because you'd say, go prank that guy in the red shirt over there. You're going to sit right next to him on the bench, okay? See the guy in the red shirt? Yep, see him. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's right there, okay? So you know what the bit is, right? You're good with the bit? Yeah, totally good with the bit. Okay, cool. And then like I'd have like a duffel bag with like my monitors in it. I'd be like, all right, go get him. I'd stick my head down in the duffel bag. I'd be like looking at the shots, and I just hear the bit start, and I don't see my actor at anywhere in my 3 shots, and I just be like, look up, and they're over there just talking to some other person, just going the wrong direction totally. That show was I was so jealous of the cameraman. I just wanted to be them, because we had.
Because you just plant yourself there and just shoot stuff all day.
Well, we had such a great little rig that we set up. We put the cameras in baby strollers. So all the cameras are on wheels and, little mini tripods inside the baby strollers. So all they had to do was wheels, it's like an EX3 on a hi-hat. And they just wheel it into position and never had to, really do anything but push a camera around on wheels. It's so simple. It's such a... And they were like getting like 7...
I love the high regard you hold your camera operators in. You're like, you just have to push around a baby cart and just push record, basically.
Pretty much. We made it really easy for them. I mean, it was very simple. They were locked off shots for the most part. It's like just get into the position and get the shot and hold it as steady as possible. It wasn't a lot of work for them, and they were getting like $750 a day. I'm like, what am I doing directing, man? It'd be so much easier just to be pointing that camera right now. But I do like the format. Back to, I guess, my original point. Did that answer any questions, or am I just going all over the place? As my manager,
Yeah.
how would you say I'm doing so far?
I think that was a good tangent. As long as entertainment comes out of it, it's a good tangent. I can ask more questions though. Like, what would you say is your favorite role between like acting, directing, writing?
Damon, what's your favorite? It's time for you to talk. Because Damon...
Yeah.
I love it all. Look,
Let's
it's all great. Are
Let's
you
set
kidding
that
me?
up.
No, it's all
Damon
great.
has executive produced, he's written, he's directed, he's acted in the hidden camera shows too. So you can answer all these questions too.
Yeah, it's all
He's
great.
currently acting on a show and executive producing at the same
I
time.
love it. It's all great. Don't you think?
Yeah, I like jumping around,
Just
to be
know it.
honest.
Yeah.
It's all great.
Yeah.
Fameless is a lot of fun because it's crazy all day long. Everybody who walks on that set is acting from the time you come on. Even if you're not an actor, you're acting on that show.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like sometimes you're an exposed crew, so you can't, you got to be going along with what the story is too.
Does anybody ever drop the ball? Where you have like some like sound person or just somebody who like either cracks up or like, you know.
There are definitely people who drop the ball.
That's a solid yes, no. The answer is yes. No entertaining tangent here.
No.
I guess
fine.
I guess that's a yes or no question, and the answer is yes.
Okay.
But
all equal,
but you
that's-
mean,
guys both have the
but
same
not they don't
answer?
drop the ball. Not I mean, if you're asking like whether or not the gag gets given up because somebody screws up something, is that what you're saying?
Oh no, like like with when you're watching SNL and then somebody cracks up or like an actor is supposed to be being like really serious at like the newsroom table and they're like covering their mouth and you just know that they're laughing but it's fine.
Yeah.
like, it's not like it has
We
to
do that
ruin
in
it,
our
but, like,
bits
the
though,
people
and
break and-
it's sort of
Yeah, Dave Stores would break.
yeah, he does it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You do. I love when he does.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite part.
He's like become like it's almost like for him it's almost becoming a weird Pavlov classical conditioning thing where like he's like having to stop himself from breaking, it's like he's kind of like getting it's almost like second nature to break now or something. Kind of like Jimmy Fallon used to do.
Like how long can you get away with it?
It was like Jimmy Fallon couldn't get through one scene without laughing every time. And it's like
But I think that just made him more fun to watch.
it is fun to watch. It's fun to watch people like trying to keep it together and keep the gag going when they're supposed to be. Yeah, you crack up with them. It gets. I call it infectious laughter.
I love it. How can you not love it? You gotta have funny, that's
Yeah.
funny people laughing at funny stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just easy.
Yeah, but is there something to be said about somebody who can hold it together?
Leslie, if you were on a microphone, that would be a great question.
Let's repeat
Nobody heard
Leslie's
it.
question. She asked, "Is there something to be said about someone who can hold it together with this really passionate?"
This.
Yeah. It means they're a good liar. Yeah. I mean, sometimes like when I feel like I have to look someone in the eye and like lie to their face, I'll decide to like do a character with a weak eye so that I just like see like doubles of them, and I'll just like talk to them like this, and that way it's like easier to lie to them. There's a bunch of techniques you can have, like hide behind glasses. I hide behind glasses as much as possible. It makes it easier to lie to people.
You were always
Why?
in costume.
Why do you think that?
Because they don't have to see your. It's like you want to hide your eyes because they tell the truth. I think so.
Oh, like,
like-
sunglasses you're talking about.
Sunglasses or like
Yeah.
character glasses. I wear character glasses too. And
You wear a hat a lot too.
do I wear a hat? Yeah. I'm always just trying to mix it up. If I don't have like a new hairstyle or something, I want to try like something to cover my face or my hair a little bit or whatever. But now I can do like a man bun, which would be cool. I play like a hipster douchebag with a man
I do
bun.
not like a man bun at
I
all.
know.
I don't like it at all.
Do you like the man bun? Is that
Yeah,
still sexy to girls?
I think as a manager, I can endorse the man bun.
I'll wear one on the show though.
You know.
I think it'd be funny as a character. I'm like this douchebag with a man bun. It's a good character, right? It's modern day character. I'll wear some yoga pants and a fucking man bun.
Yeah, I guess.
don't think
I
that's
mean,
really-
it's
Scarf.
It's definitely a character.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get a beer real quick. Does anybody need one?
Sure. Is this allowed to happen?
This is a good time actually to take a break. And Christy, you can tell me how are we doing on the format.
Oh.
Like we did a recap right of last week,
Yeah, that was good.
and then we jumped into Travis again and his stories.
Yeah, I don't know. I always like when I'm listening to podcasts when they have certain like little segments that they always do. Like
Tilt that mic up a
I'm
little
really
bit.
struggling with this because look,
Oh,
I'm,
is it-
I'm having to hold it.
Well, I don't know how to tighten this up, David.
Oh
I think it's that thing.
Well, I tried
No?
this one.
no, it's
Is this? 'Cause this
No.
doesn't turn anymore. This
See,
one.
it's like I'm like holding the little.
Oh, this.
Oh, that. Yeah, that.
Oh, this thing.
Is that what's
Wait.
happening? No, you just twist this.
This is a mic issue.
Yeah, we're having
All the growing pains.
technical-
Hey, podcast number 2. What are you gonna do?
It's
getting better all the time.
That's what I call that charm.
All right. So what were you saying, Christy?
Oh, I just think it's fun when there's like little segments of any podcast that, especially if they're an hour long, where like you can look forward to those. Like it could be a rapid fire, like 5 or 6 questions that you ask everyone, you know, or it could be, you know, where you could do like the really quick, like.
Like,
Don't
I had to-
mind.
I had to adjust the donut.
Right.
Please tell everybody
Okay.
what's going on over there.
Just so everybody knows, I'm working with this tonight. It's one of those donuts, and it's getting a little bit. I just gotta let a little bit of air out of it every once in a while, so that it kind of softens up a little bit. But oh fuck, I bruised my tailbone. I jumped off a cliff, like a 35-foot cliff in Hawaii last Thursday, and I hit really hard and bruised my tailbone. So now I'm working around with this fucking donut thing. It makes it easier to sit down. So yeah, make sure you go in straight when you're jumping from high distances, because it's not a good time. This is like day 5 or something. My butt hurt.
That's over there in Hawaii. I feel terrible. Well,
Yeah.
it must have been awful for you.
It
being in
was.
Hawaii and landed in the water the wrong way.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds
it really
terrible.
It really put a damper on the next 30 seconds of my life, but I think I recovered well. Just put a couple more beers in me. We're out on one of those booze cruise kind of snorkel adventures. So at least that was, I actually sustained the lightest injury of the day. We had a couple that got washed over the lava by a huge wave.
Oh.
Yeah, they got shredded. Yeah, big time. And then I heard just today that apparently strep lives on lava rocks, and a lot of people get little scratches and end up with like strep infection. So if you're out there, I hope you're still alive. I hope you don't have strep. And if you don't know about it, go get checked, Buddy Babs.
That's a good PSA for the night.
Public
Lava
service
strep.
announcement. If you
What do
have
you-
fallen on lava
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the past,
Have you fallen on lava in the past 30 days?
Go get checked for strep.
You may have strep. You're fucked. What else? What were we talking about? Where are we at?
Trigger Happy?
Trigger
What else
Happy
about
TV.
Trigger Happy? Where'd you shoot that? All over the place?
Shot that
huh?
all over the country. A lot of time spent in Seattle, Minneapolis, New York, Miami, other places, Vegas.
What's been the biggest prank you've ever been a part of?
Like budget, kind of like big.
Yeah.
Like I would say that limo in a minefield that we did on on Spy TV or Scare Tactics. Remember when we had the limousine go through with all the explosions and the army guys chasing after like firing?
Yeah.
Because we did B-roll.
Caught in the action?
No, it was Scare Tactics. The
Oh.
limo in the minefield. Where Jim Wilkie's like taking us to a rave,
Yeah.
and then he pulls up and who's that actor? Michael something.
Michael Sweeney.
Yeah, Michael Sweeney. And so Michael Sweeney's playing like some sort of military dude, and he's got a roadblock, and he stops us, and he tells Jim that they've closed the road.
Yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah.
Okay, you're like looking at me all
No,
weird.
I'm trying to remember if I directed that or if somebody else directed that, and I don't
I
don't
kind of feel
remember.
like Harney directed it.
Yeah.
Mike Harney directed that, and then we all pitched in on some B-roll.
Yeah.
Just kind of hitting it as teams or whatever.
well, keep telling the rest of us what happens.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Just go watch it. I'm just kidding. It's on the internet. So yeah, we get stopped at the gate by this military personnel, and he says, "Sorry, the road's been closed. You'll have to go around." And that, in story-wise, that was like far away around the whole desert to get to this rave that I guess we're going to. And Jim's like, "No, man, I'm just going like a mile over there." He's like, "Sir, the road's closed." He's like, "You'll have to go all the way around." He's like, "That's going to take me 2 hours." He's like, "I can't help you. The road's closed now by the military or whatever." And so he's like, "Fuck it." And he just throws it in drive and just goes blasting through the gate. And like the girl in the back seat was being set up by her friend. And she was just like, "What the fuck? Let me out. Like right away. Just like, let's get out of here. And so the moment he takes off, and like all of a sudden these two military like 4-wheel drive vehicles, I don't know what they're called. They're not normal looking. They fucking fall in line and they're chasing after us. And one of them starts firing a machine gun at us. And And so there's all this noise or whatever, and then he's ripping like back and forth. He's like Jim Wilkie's like the most amazing stunt driver ever, and he's like getting it all sideways and squirrely, and then goes off the road and into the dirt, and then we just have like pyrotechnic explosions going around each side of the car, and she's screaming and like trying to call her dad, and then he slides out, and this big tank comes and like points the gun straight at the windshield of the car, and I remember her just being like, she's like, Daddy, I'm in the car. And then Jim Wilkie's like, he like takes off again. He's like going over all this stuff, more explosions. Then we slide out again, and there's like all these dudes that jump out of a tank, and they're all like pointing their like M16s at us and shit. And she's by that point, she's just fucking screaming at Jim. And whatever. We eventually just take her out of the car and let her off the hook.
And then
She was very upset with her friend, as always, and then happy.
right.
It's kind of the sort of the only stuff we ever
Was
show
that
on
the
TV
only-
is that kind of reaction.
Was that the only time we went through that? Did we just do that segment once, or did we bring somebody else and do it again? Do you remember?
Do we do multiple takes?
Yeah, I feel like there were at least 2 takes in that.
I don't know.
And I remember the girl at the end now.
I don't remember.
So I must have been at the end of I must have been hanging out at the end of that bit.
Do you guys ever feel guilty after? Are you ever like, man, that girl's gonna have nightmares. That girl's never getting in a limo again, or like, no.
I don't like whenever
I'm
we
not
get.
getting any. When
some-
you're telling me this, I'm like half laughing and I'm half going like, oh my gosh, that poor thing.
Yeah, it's.
I think the leather bit was pretty.
The which one?
The leather bit.
Where the
The
guy
best thing ever
where the
for
guy ran through the window? That one?
Yeah, where your back was like flayed open.
See, she says that's the
What?
best bit, and that's the worst. That's the one that drove me
Well,
over the
that's
edge.
that's the one that really messed things up. But I think that I don't know. That was incredible. I loved what was the actor that you were working with?
Howard Kramer.
Howard Kramer.
He's
He
a
was
stand-up comedian. Yeah.
Leather, oh leather.
And he just has a crazy look about him too. He's got this like dark circles around his eyes naturally. He just kind of looks a little like. Ugh.
That was an incredible bit.
Well,
Here's what I would say is that
we should actually tell the story of what this bit is since we're talking about it.
yeah, you set it up.
Oh God, why do I gotta do all the talking?
I like to listen.
So, what is it? Oh, so we did a bit. What was that even called? Do you remember?
No,
Yeah.
I can probably look it up.
Leslie's calling it the leather one.
It never aired, did it?
I printed all the sheets and stuck them under doors, so I gotta remember what.
Yeah, I don't know if it aired or not.
I don't think it aired. I think it.
did not air.
I remember just being like, oh
didn't
gosh,
air?
not again. Another guy goes through the window.
But it was you at basically it was
Okay.
a leather shop. It was a
Okay.
leather shop in Las Vegas where a leather worker
Mm-hmm.
welcomed a new guy who got set up to be on the show. Welcomed a new guy into the store and kind of took him under his wing and was making him the apprentice for the day. Well, they walk into a back room and splayed open.
Oh my god.
Travis is on like a rig that has him kind of his arms out, and
Yeah.
he's like strapped down, and it
To this table.
it
yeah.
looks like his back has been peeled completely open.
You see all my back ribs.
You see like they put like
God.
cow ribs, like real ribs.
I think
in
it
the
was
back.
mountain lion ribs actually.
What?
They got mountain lion ribs from somewhere, some
No.
purveyor.
Yeah,
You
so
can't
it
just like buy mountain lion ribs.
Actually, you can. You
I'm
can.
gonna call bullshit.
No,
on it
there's-
being a mountain lion.
No, there's meat. When I worked on Knife Fight and I got to meet all these chefs, you can get mountain lion meat here. There's
Damn.
purveyors that can get it. Not that you'd
Okay.
want it, but
We
anyway,
need a
so
fact checker.
you can get mountain
some
lion
kinda-
ribs.
That's why I say it was cow ribs.
Okay, we'll say it's
but-
cows then, we'll just for easy
Okay.
sake of ease. But if I called Joe Warson right now, he could probably answer that.
I feel like I remember Joe telling me it was pig.
I remember him saying
Oh,
mountain
maybe
lion.
Maybe
it
a
might have
pig.
been pig. Yeah.
Maybe pig. Okay.
So anyway,
real
so-
animal ribs.
Cool. Well, mountain lions sound really cool. I guess
That is
not anymore. No. Go ahead.
Mountain lion would be cool if they actually sent somebody out to shoot a mountain lion and bring the ribs back to the shop, and dress the animal and all that. But just finding mountain lion ribs doesn't sound that exciting.
Wildebeest. I don't know.
So, anyways, the kid comes in and he sees Travis laid out, looking like his back has been split open,
Yeah.
and they're tearing his skin off to be used as leather.
I would
And
have thrown up.
Travis turns around and he's like, "Help me!" Whatever,
Yeah.
going crazy. And the kid turns around and just runs, which is the right instinct. If you ask me.
It's fight or flight
Yeah.
is what you're supposed to choose.
And so
between.
he didn't. It was an old Las Vegas store. He missed the push bar on the door and hit the glass, and it was old plate glass. It wasn't tempered glass.
Yeah.
And so just big sheets, and I can just see him on camera. I just see him run down,
Wow.
and plate glass just falls, and he goes over
Oh.
the handle,
That didn't
and he-
Oh my god.
and he's just hanging there. And I'm like,
Oh
Oh.
my god.
oh my god,
Oh,
like
no.
somebody's going to jail tonight.
Yeah.
Who
and
would
it-
go to jail? Like, do you guys carry any liability on any?
No,
like,
I
how does any
mean,
of that work?
I think it's called indemnity or something like that. You're
It's
indemnified.
Christy, you're gonna bring
I'm
up
sorry,
my
I'm asking
ulcers.
the wrong question.
You're gonna bring up my ulcers.
But I'm like, no, you know.
No, but the kid stood up, and he was He
I think the
stood up,
production company's liable,
pushed
not
it-
us.
pushed the door open and ran down the street. And then
somebody caught him.
somebody found him, and
across the street.
he ran across the street.
Like a busy street. He's
And
just like,
someone, so he could have got, so he, I'm like, so let me get this straight. We'll talk about it later. Okay?
Yeah.
But that's an instance where,
terrifying.
and on that show, that was early on in that show where people would just set somebody else up. And so, like, if Travis set you up, you would just show up for a job, thinking you're going to be on a job, and then something crazy happens, and you had no
Okay,
idea.
But at least you have like a connection to
Yeah.
them where like,
His friend's like, hey, this leather worker needs some temporary help. Will you work for him tonight?
Yeah, but it's stressful,
then-
though, because you never know what somebody's going to do. You
Yeah.
have no idea.
Especially in that world because, you're scaring them. So we always have to be careful to, like, be able to stop them if they want to run, if we can. But sometimes they get away from you.
really?
Well, that guy did.
Well,
But I
you found him. Have you
I
ever
blame
not
Howard
found
Kramer.
Someone?
Huh?
Have you ever had somebody like run away and not be able to catch them to say like, "Hey, it's a prank"?
And he just straight up just no, I don't think so.
Never.
I don't think so, because the reality department that handles all those people has all kinds of information on them anyways.
But
Yeah.
like they've made it home.
Like they already know, like, oh, if he takes off, he's going to call Jane, and she's going to pick him up at, 56th Street.
Okay,
Like they
so
know
there's,
in
like, a
advance
backup
what's
plan.
going on. Yeah, they're crazy.
Okay, so aside
That's
from
like a whole topic right there. It's just runners.
Yeah,
We've had some runners. Remember there was one runner on when we did a Fear Annex bit on and we used it. You see him at the end of it just like just hauling ass. There's like a PA like waiting outside in case he got away. But we did a scare tactics bit for Fear Annex, which was that little bogus hidden camera show that I
Yeah.
hosted for Scare Tactics or whatever. And it was one with Nick, and he starts stabbing the arm of who is supposed to be an actor who's helping pull the prank, and Nick starts stabbing it with a fucking scalpel or whatever, and that kid just totally got up and ran. Remember him? And we found him like hiding in the fucking stall of like Wendy's bathroom or something like that.
Ugh.
It's like down the street.
Oh my god.
You can usually find if you don't know where they went, just go to a fast food joint. They'll probably find them in there somewhere. 'Cause those are always close anyway.
yeah, it happens. What are you going to do? I mean, that's like the right instinct
Yeah.
in a lot of instances.
Well, this
the
is
guy that
good.
jumped out of the window, but he's the
Yeah, we talked about that on
yeah,
the
we
last
talked
one.
about that guy.
Probably
Oh,
the
I
ultimate
think that's when I
runner
was thinking
of that
about
guy
the guilt question. That must have been when I was like, and
because of
you
the guy
sleep
who.
at night how? Like, no, I mean
Yeah.
that one's not that bad, but like, I guess I mean more even less the like what could have happened, like this guy, whatever, someone runs and they're freaked out or whatever, but the like scarring for life factor, the nightmare factor.
That limo one sounds pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like if you thought you were going to die.
Or even like more simple ones where like people think they've seen. I mean, I guess like if it's a ghost or something that you then go back to being like, okay, that's not real. But if it's something,
Some people ghosts are real. They believe in that stuff. you know.
No, I
So
mean-
it's like it's kind of it's you
well,
never know.
you know what
really.
though, the process for how people get on these shows has changed a lot too.
Okay, let's talk about it. Nobody knows that. That's like behind the scenes stuff.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So
know how
who
much
gets
I want.
on?
I don't know
Oh,
how much I
sorry.
want to talk about it yet.
because you don't want to give away your hand on how we.
If I
vet
want to
these
be
people.
on one of these, what do I do?
The thing is, we don't let you know you're gonna be on one of these things. Like
Right.
you
Yeah, I
think
guess
you're
that
gonna
would
be
be-
on something else, or you're going to do a temp job and you don't realize that things are gonna happen. But
So
we don't-
anybody's
we
a
don't
potential victim.
get people
is
that
what
want to
you're
be on
saying.
scare tactics and
None
then
of us are
prank them.
safe.
Well, I think that lately, I mean, at least on Fameless, it was always trying to find people that want to be on the show.
Yeah, that's
That
different. But
want to be
They
reality.
wanna just be on
Shameless-
reality
Shameless
shows.
makes sense, I think, as a viewer. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that person wants to be on TV so bad. I get how they got there. But somebody who's like, I'm just here to help out and like do a good deed, and then you're like, no, you're getting
Scared tactic.
scared. Yeah.
yeah, I like doing the scary stuff. My only stuff, my main
That's
stuff.
like, yeah, I don't feel bad.
I like doing the
I
scary stuff.
don't feel bad.
I like doing the ghost stuff the best. I would like to just do a show about a whole ghost show only, because ghost bits are amazing. Just people, it's so easy to get them to believe.
All you have to do is make some noise.
Yeah, it's like flick a light and people are like, whoop. You know, they're just like get scared like so easily. Like it's just, why did those lights flicker? Like they immediately ghosts. They don't think like, oh, wiring could be bad or rats chewing on something. It's like ghost.
Have you done a lot of ghost pranks?
On Freak Out, we did a lot of ghostly kind of stuff, and I like doing the magnets, you know, and making things move and all the the illusions
What
that
do you
we.
do with the magnets?
So like if you want a ghostly thing to happen, you get inside of you build a piece of furniture with really thin wood, and then you get good magnets, and like you say, you put like this beer on the table, and
Okay.
put a magnet underneath it or whatever, and then you pull it across the table.
Got it.
So there's like a PA hiding in the table, and once people see that, they're like, like they're in. It's like no one ever goes, is there someone under the table with a magnet? Like no one's ever been smart enough to think about it that way, you know?
Well, you know, I worked on Haunted Collector with John Zaffis,
Yes.
and there was some stuff that happened
Like what?
that is not explainable.
Not magnets?
No.
You sure it wasn't stuff that he got there before you did and tricked you?
Let's have an
What
example.
yeah, what happened?
I can't. I can't remember specifics right now, but there were some weird things, like things got found and things like there were weird connections a lot of different places. It was odd.
Yeah.
So don't bash all ghost hunting shows, dude.
I'm not bashing ghost hunting shows.
Yeah, it sounded like you were.
No, I said I like doing ghost bits because people believe in ghosts. It's
Yeah,
easy to get
but
people
you,
to believe.
No, I know what you're saying though, dude.
Okay.
As Travis's manager, I just
Yeah.
want to say he loves ghost shows.
Yeah.
And they're
as a
real.
matter
You've
of
done
fact,
a lot of
They're
ghost.
I've been
all
wanting to-
real.
I wanted to pitch a ghost show. I want to do a ghost show. I want to go looking for ghosts.
Yeah, but you're doing a fake ghost show.
So what? It's still fun. It's
So,
still-
well, I'm just.
I'll see just as many ghosts as they do on those shows on my fake show.
Yeah, see now I
Now
feel
you're
like
not doing
now,
it. There we
now
go.
I
Sounds
feel
like it.
now I feel like he's
No,
bashing.
it's a
Now I feel
me.
like he's bashing Haunted Collector.
Yeah, I'm just attacking Haunted Collector of all shows.
Well, that's the show I was talking about, and then all of a sudden you've got now you're bashing ghost shows in general.
No, I'm not.
so
I'm
that
not-
wasn't
I'm not-
sarcastic.
No,
at
you're.
all.
I was never bashing, but I do want to make a ghost show. Hey, I'll bash. You know what? I'm gonna bash somebody else's show right now. Finding Bigfoot. They've never seen Bigfoot on that show.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I'm on board with that right there.
Am I really bashing by even mentioning it? But
It's more of a spoiler.
they've been
alert.
everywhere, all over the world. Have never found it, but yet it's still like, well, let's.
Do they find clues though?
I don't know.
Very
Yeah, they
big
find all kinds of
footprints.
clues.
And this broken branch. Only big.
Yeah.
Leslie, I got to get you a microphone next time if you're going to be inside. Because everybody's going to be like, "What's
You
this?
should just
All
have
this
sat
dead
next to me
air."
and we can share.
This ghost lady over here. I
And
think
it's
we can
like-
hear. I'm sure we're picking her up. Just
Maybe
off.
just a tiny little.
No, I can hear you. I can definitely hear you.
You should just scooch over here.
Or you could, yeah, come sit. You want to sit on my donut over here?
There's room for two on the donut.
It's a two-seater.
I'll move a little.
It's a two-cheeker.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm in no way trying to bash anybody's searching shows, if that's what you call them.
Have you ever been worried for your own safety?
For my own safety, yes, I have.
Yeah, and rightfully so, if you ask me.
Yeah, there was a bit that they had me do once on Trigger Happy where they're like, okay, you're going to be dressed up as this tough guy, and anybody who walks by, you're going to be like, did you say something to me? And I was like, really? Like, that's the bit? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, just go ahead and try it. And I'm like, you guys are fucking with me. Like, why am I... Wait, the bit is me starting fights or something on the sidewalk? They're like, yeah, go out there. Just here's your costume. So I put on this, like, biker costume. And then, like, this guy walks by, and he's like, what's up, man? I go, what'd you say? And he's like, what? And he just turns. It's like this black dude is in Denver, and he just turns. He's like, gets right up on me. And he's, like, way bigger than me. He's like, what'd you say? I go, what'd you say to me? And he's like, you got a problem? I'm like, not yet. And then he's just like, his friend was like, yo, man, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. Because they thought they could tell I was fucking crazy, basically, for even saying a word to this guy. I'm way smaller than him. And his friend's like, yo, man, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. And the guy's like, you little bitch. I'm like, thank you, sir. He, like, walked away, basically. I was just like, what the fuck? Can we stop this bit? Like, I don't want to do this
Were you
bit
just
anymore.
freaking out?
Yeah, because this guy's
Internally,
about to
you're like,
pound me,
"Ugh."
but, like, I'm trying to stay in the bit. And then, you know, when it was over, I'm just like, looked at my director and stuff. I'm like, well, I'm not doing this again. This is stupid. I'm just going to get punched in the face.
And what was their reaction? Were they like, yeah, that was a terrible idea?
Yeah, they were just like, that's fine, you know, whatever. They were like, I think we got it with that guy anyway.
Well,
I
you've
was
been
like,
punched.
What'd we get?
You've been punched before in bits, though. You've been punched.
I've never been directly. Fuck, have I really just?
Yeah, when you were in the car with Dave, you got punched.
Well,
in
I
the
got
head.
punched when I was trying to block the guy from punching Dave
Yeah,
a
well,
thousand
that's
times.
still getting punched.
Yeah, but the fists were going towards somebody else's head, but I was just catching deflects and stuff. Yeah, I got punched. We did a bit. Damon directed it, and we did a bit where we're going to another rave in a desert. That was like a common setup, basically. And we're headed to a fake rave in the desert, and I'm driving. This girl's setting up her brother, and he's in the back seat. And we're driving along, and I'm like, oh, hey, I think that's my friend's car. And we see this car, like, over on the side of the road. So I'm like, pull over and looking at the car, and the windows are, like, open, and I think the hood was up or something. Nobody in there. And we're like, oh, wow, that's really creepy. Okay, you know, whatever, keep driving. And I see a guy walking. I'm like, oh, that must be my friend. And so we pull over, and I put down the window or whatever, and he, like, lowers his head into the window, and I'm like, oh, man, sorry, I thought you were my friend. He's like, can you give me a ride? And this is Dave was playing, Dave Sheridan was playing he was basically a homeless drifter guy. He's like, you give me a ride? And I remember just being like, yeah, no, dude, we're just going like a mile up the road, so, you know, I'm not really going to be able to take it. I'll take it. You take me as long as you can take me, I'll take a ride or whatever. And he, like, jumps in. And so, like, the dude in the back seat is just like, what the fuck? And I'm just, like, trying to play it cool, like, all right, yeah, okay, that was weird, but we'll drive. And so we're all just being super silent. And then all of a sudden he's like, you pull over, I got to piss. And we're like, oh, okay. So my plan was to pull over, you know, and dump him off and probably take off or something like that. And so the moment we pull over, he grabs the keys out of the ignition and jumps out of the car. He's like, this is for security or something like that. So we're like, what the fuck? I turn to the kid. He's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, I don't know, dude. He just took my keys. And he's like, dude, I should have brought my knife. I'm like, yeah, you should have brought your fucking knife. What the fuck? And he's just, like, getting super excited. And Damon is in my ear because we have these, you know, the little earbuds or whatever, and we can hear the director. And so I pulled over in this area where, you know, we was all designated for, like, cameras that were set up and whatever. And Damon's, like, saying in my ear, he's like, let's not continue with this bit, like, to what we were going to do. The idea was that the homeless guy was going to get back in the car. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun on this. So homeless guy's supposed to get back in the car and then notice some things have happened. And then he pulls out a knife and starts stabbing me. And so Damon is like, can see the kid is super riled up. And he's like this.
Like, I should've brought a knife.
He's like a
Let's not put a
23-year-old,
knife
like,
anywhere near
hero,
him.
kind of tall dude or whatever.
Oh my God.
And so Damon's like, let's not do the knife. Let's not do the knife, guys. It's like, this kid's gonna fucking go over the top with it. And Dave's just kind of like, had decided like, fuck that. That's what I want to do or whatever. So
What?
yeah. So then
Oh, Dave said before the whole thing started. Anyways, he's like, "Oh fuck, I'll fucking do it anyways." I
Yeah.
was like,
yeah, he was like, I'll get hit. I want to get hit. I want to get hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Oh
So
my
he's like,
God.
don't do the knives. And I'm like, well, Dave, I hope you're hearing him because I'm in the car. So we're all separate. And I'm like, still with the kid. And I'm like, man, this guy's fucking crazy. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then I'm like, what is this? And it's his bag. So I grab his bag.
Bowling bag.
It's a bowling bag. He's just carrying around with him in the desert. I opened the bowling bag up, and we have a head wrapped in
I knew
cellophane
That's what you were gonna say.
with a bunch of blood poured inside
"Yeah,
there.
what's in the bag?" Moment. What's in the bag?
Yeah, what's in the bag?
Well,
Yeah,
I remember they had to buy flies, and there was like hundreds of flies in there that all came out.
we put like
Ew.
100, yeah,
Ew.
100 or so flies in it. So when I opened it up, flies just go.
You know, I don't feel.
And start
guilty.
filling
I
up
mean,
the
I don't-
car.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for anyone getting punched, but
I don't
the
either.
person that until this head thing, I was like, man.
Yeah, well,
poor you guys
so
getting
yeah,
punched.
he finds the
Now
head.
I'm like,
I find the head. Everybody freaks out. There's flies everywhere, and all of a sudden, Dave starts coming back to the car. So I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, throw it back in the driver's seat, like down on the floor. And he gets back in the car, and everybody's just like, just like not saying a word, and like just totally scared and silent. And I kind of start the car up, and I'm just driving along, and nobody's saying anything. And all of a sudden, he looks down. He's like, "You look at my bag?" He goes, "No, I didn't look at your bag." He's like, "You looked at my bag." He's like, please, sir, no, please, no, we didn't. No one looked in your bag. He's like, you're so guilty right there saying that. Please, sir, no. And then, so then he fucking grabs my steering wheel or something like that, and I kind of slide it off the road and throw it, like kind of skid a little bit, and he grabs the keys out again. Like I'm just like the most idiot, like who can just like get your keys and drive your car for you like that. And it's like, oh. And so. So like, he pulls us over and we're all just like, oh God, like no, don't hurt us, don't kill us. And he just pulls out this giant knife with this like blade that goes in and out of the handle.
yeah.
Cause he's like, you looked at my bag. No, nobody looked in your bag. No, you looked at my bag. No, I didn't look at your bag. No, nobody looked in your bag. And he just goes and just starts stabbing me.
Oh
And
my God.
like the kid comes over the back seat and just starts fucking hammering, just like cha 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 cha. And I just let Dave like get like a good like 6 or 7 in, and then I jumped over him and stopped it. But I was like, look, let's get him in. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, stop.
Oh my God.
Dave did say he wanted to get punched that night.
Hey, he got
goes,
it.
I'd love to get punched
Your
tonight,
wish came true.
and he got it. Yeah.
I think then you stopped him, and then then you also called the bit, right? Right then, when you stopped him from punching him.
Yeah, I mean, I came in. I was like, I took a couple smacks like to the side a little bit, and then kind of broke it up. His sister grabbed him and she yanked him down, and yeah, somebody threw out the reveal. I don't remember. It was probably just all like a mayhem reveal, and not necessarily like those timed out moments that we try to get.
I feel like you did that one. That one was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The car that you guys were driving had that like rainbow lights around it, like on like a snake light or whatever you call them, like when they're like long.
Like a rope light.
Yeah.
A rope light, yeah.
Yeah, we would
The
always.
car was so raved out. It was like.
Well,
definitely.
that was like always. I guess that's since we always did them at night, and you needed to light up the
Yeah,
car.
totally.
So
It
like the
worked.
best way was just like, okay, we'll put in a bunch of crazy lights, and they're going to a rave. So I always just played like raver guy. It's like, yeah, man, I got stupid lights in my car. I'm looking to get pulled over, I guess. I don't know if my drugs or something. But yeah, they always believed it. It was a good. We had like a huge plot of land out in Vegas that we rented. It was out in the middle of the desert, and that alone, the psychology of that. Like most people were like, "Where the fuck am I?" Like they had no idea where they were, and they already felt strange because they'd never been out there in Vegas ever in their lives.
I
Or
just
we'd-
love how we were able to get away with like the random like electric light out in the middle of the desert. So it's like
There's one street light that you perfectly.
No, it's not even a street light.
No?
It is like a
It's a
rented,
big work
real
light.
work
We
light.
drag these giant work lights that are
Generator
run by
running,
diesel
like,
engines,
yeah.
and we put them out in the desert,
And
and
no one even thinks nothing of it.
Yeah.
Everyone's just completely oblivious. to the
no,
fact.
lights are on. It's construction, I guess.
Well, yeah, maybe construction left them on overnight.
Yeah, some idiots. Yeah.
Had to
And then how we would end up just in those perfect pools of light, like when the things had happened. Like when he was getting stabbed, it's like pull over by the construction light. This is what you'll do, and he'll stab you.
Well, it's because people are in shock.
They're just
because
he's
they're
like
actually
not gonna think about that light.
horrified.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they don't think about, and like some of the times when you have someone who's new to hidden camera, especially like they'll come in and like they'll just be like, what? They're gonna think that there's too many mirrors in this room or whatever, and they'll like start pointing out things and like they're gonna see that. I think I can see the camera lens in there and blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, I've had them like right up against the glass, looking straight into a lens and not seeing it before, so not gonna worry about that one. I mean, we put cameras just out in the open sometimes. It just looks like a camera on the shelf, and it's getting a wide shot or whatever. But some people just like
If you're not looking for it, I mean,
you're not.
they're
You're
not.
more like weirded about everything else. I mean, we
There
have
could be
gotten
tons of
caught.
cameras in here. I mean, there are, but like I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We've been seen before, but sometimes they see it and they still don't. Like it just goes right over their head.
And then just after the fact, they're like, "Oh yeah, I did see the camera."
There's cameras everywhere now.
Yeah.
Well,
Everywhere.
that's true.
Go to the mall. There's
And it's not
cameras
like it needs to be
everywhere.
this
Go to the
huge thing.
parking garage. There's cameras everywhere.
Right.
There are cameras everywhere now. People don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah. The best thing about Fameless is just that you don't even have to hide the cameras. You just
That is great.
you're just like, hey, you're just hiding your agenda, basically.
Yeah, so Christy, we got about 8 minutes left. How we doing on the format?
I think it's come a long way since last week. Yeah.
So you're saying what? So do you have a format for us that you want us to follow? Like we
No.
open with a recap, then what? Then where do we go?
Well, in this case, you have like a random, like I'm randomly here asking you things. But when that's not the case, I think you just do exactly what you're doing and tell stories. Only maybe you also have a couple of like fun little rapid fire segments, where you ask like kind of irrelevant questions really quickly. If it was like you're getting to know, you're the person who's your guest, like.
Like, what would you ask Travis?
I don't know. They're always random.
What are one of James Tipton's questions? If you were to go to the
Oh, like an
pearly
actor
gates of-
studio thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like a
those.
strange random.
Yeah, but I don't want to
question.
rip that guy off.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like for
So
next
you're saying
week,
plagiarism?
or maybe maybe followers can tweet their questions, and then you can quickly answer like the 10 most asked questions every episode or something.
Has anybody been on Periscope asking any questions? Have you got any questions asked you here up on the screen?
On Periscope? No. There's
YouTube,
one
no one?
person watching. It's probably me at this point in time.
We got one viewer right now.
Look, we're still trying to get this whole technical side of things worked out. You see how long it took me just to get up and running tonight?
I'll tell you what, like a lot of people told me they actually watched the first one though, so
I know. Like my uncle watched it and he was like, I just got sucked in. He couldn't even help himself.
yeah, a lot of people said like they were like, I was just gonna put it on for a second. And there's no way. Like when I saw there's an hour, like there's no way I'm gonna fucking
Who has
go
time for
through that. And then, yeah, some of them just like ended up doing it. making it
So
all the way
listen, I
through.
got 5 minutes left, and this is how you want to fill it.
Yeah, talking about
It's your show.
Talking about the
It's your
success of
show.
podcast number 1. Let's keep moving. What else, Christy? You had other questions too.
Can I play a clip?
You want to play a clip?
Yeah,
Yeah, play a
I'll
clip.
Hold on, it's on my phone. This is a clip from Kenyatta from last night's
last
party
night? Oh,
somewhere.
that's probably why your tailbone hurts from the hip action from last night.
Yeah.
You're talking
Oh
about?
yeah, that couldn't have helped, huh?
Yeah, my tailbone was not. I did not take care of it yesterday. I definitely did some damage. Where is that clip?
I saw it too. I don't have my phone.
Where is she?
She's so funny.
Gosh, I'm just not finding it. I found it really quickly before. Oh no.
How
Gosh.
can you play it anyway?
I just put my phone up to the thing was
Oh,
my
I see.
idea.
Got it.
Where is it? Where are you, Kenyatta? Oh man.
We're down to 4 minutes.
Killing time here of doing nothing. Need more. Uh-oh.
Well, this is where you say it'll be up on the blog.
Leslie, jump in that seat and save us. Let everybody see who's been talking this whole time. I don't know if you've been
Oh,
on
he
camera
doesn't
yet.
have the camera. He's only got the camera on you right now.
Oh, it's locked on me?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, it's good to know that. Okay.
I know you should almost have a view of what's on camera. So
Yeah.
that, like as a guest, you would understand.
Yeah, you
like,
know where the
what's
show's
happening.
going right now. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
back.
Caught red-handed.
All right, we got to wrap this show up. We're running out of time. I'm sitting there looking at my phone for a clip I can't find. So I'll bring the clip in
I
next
thought
time.
you were going to run a clip.
I'm going to run it in next time.
What clip is it?
It's just something from
I don't have my phone.
last night's karaoke party. We had a karaoke party here at your Damon's house. Damon had a karaoke party. I was just here drinking their beer. And it was great. And I just sang the song, and I was amazing. And Kenyatta filmed it, and I was going to show you, but I can't find it. Is this camera still on me right now?
No, it's
on the
I don't want you to worry about the cameras.
Okay.
Don't worry about them. I'll take care of them, and you don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go find my phone and see if there's enough time.
Okay.
I leave up that 3-shot most of the time.
Oh, do you?
So what else?
As far as like 2 minutes goes.
How's Fameless gone?
Fameless is moving along. Fameless got picked up for another 12 episodes.
Wait, on top of what?
No.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
So is this still season 1?
No, this is considered season 2.
Oh, okay. 2A kind of thing.
2.
Because, like, you'll do probably, if you do another 12, it'll still be season 2, right?
I don't know how they break them up anymore.
2B.
I have no idea.
Do you know what bit I'm doing on Wednesday?
Yes, I do.
What am I playing?
You're going to be playing
Oh,
a host of a fake reality show.
okay. That's it? That's all you can tell
Yeah,
me?
what do you want me to tell you the whole bit over the air?
Well, I doubt whoever's like Mark is probably not listening. So I play the host of a fake show. Is that it? And then I kind of send them on their way. Like
Yeah, kind of. You'll enjoy it.
Okay. Should I wear a man bun? Just kidding. Here's my clip.
Can't hear it. Got to move the mic up.
Oh, well, I was trying to put the shot in the camera. Was that working?
Yeah, the shot was working, but we can't hear anything. I
Can't
got to
hear-
get another mic in here.
Here we go. I'll just point this at it.
An ambient mic.
This is me shaking my ass doing karaoke. I don't know. Why am I playing this clip? What? Anyway.
Let me put you up. Try it again. Try it again.
Kenyatta's laugh is so funny right there.
Tough to see.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Up on the blog.
I am going to bring in a clip the very next time. I'm going to have a clip that you can load in and play it. We're going to get super high tech on the show. I don't know.
I think I have actually more video than that.
Oh, really?
As well.
That's funny.
Oh, but I only have 3% on my.
Those were good times last night. I don't really remember how it ended.
I went to bed, and then I think Damon ended up kicking you out.
You were you just like everybody out? Is that how it
Yeah, I
ended?
told everybody get out of here. Said it's after 12 o'clock. Get out of here. I'm going to bed.
Oh, I think I just took pictures.
Was everybody still here?
No, not
Who was
I
it? Just
mean-
me and Casey?
you and Casey, Jeff.
Julie, Jeff,
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Did your neighbors
Jeff.
complain about any of the karaoke noise or anything?
no, they were gone.
Oh, good.
So, pranks on us.
yeah, we didn't have to quit so early,
That was fun.
but we kind of did. Because we are responsible neighbors.
Yeah, you guys are responsible
course.
karaokeers. Karaokeers.
So my last shout out to Lance Krull. Did I tell you what happened?
What?
I had Lance come up on Monday to be on the show,
Really?
and he walked in, and I turned the mixer on that I bought brand new, no power. So he drove all the way up from West LA to Burbank for nothing.
Oh, poor Lance Crawl. Now he's moving?
Lance Krull is on his way to Atlanta probably as we speak.
Now, what does that mean for his Fameless participation? Is he like gonna be
Well,
gone, or is he gonna come back, or
I
what?
mean, I guess we can fly him out. I guess I don't know.
So he's. I mean, is he gonna be not around? Is he? I don't know. It's weird.
He's not going to be around.
Huh. Oh, I love that guy.
I didn't know that was going to be the last time I was going to see him.
Well, I mean,
well, he'll be
he'll
back
come-
and forth. You
yeah.
know.
But is he like gonna be there full time now, or
Yeah, he's moving to Atlanta.
in the middle of a season of the show that he could be on? No. I don't know.
He's got a production.
I guess when
company
you-
now he
Yeah,
owns
yeah.
a production company now.
Yeah, I guess when you have real responsibilities, you have to do things like that.
Yeah.
I luckily don't have too many responsibilities. Just keep my manager not angry at me is my main responsibility.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, wrap it up, Travis, and let's shut this thing down.
Wrap it up. All right, folks. Well, that was podcast number 2 on Prankster Podcast.